In this video, I'm going to give you a very strong situational angle that you can play for NBA season that can make you money and also save you a lot of money as well this year when handicapping NBA. Welcome to this video. My name's MG Covers. Before we dive into that, if you watch any of my content for any length of time, I'm devoted to teaching people how to get better, improving their sports handicapping. So if you like the content and things I'm providing you on YouTube, you can also follow me on Instagram. I give out a ton of content there as well. We have something called Free Fridays. Give out all my lines for all sports on Friday, so you can simply follow me and get a ton of value simply by following me. And also on Thursdays, which is tomorrow, we give out a free UFC play. And the free play is provided by one of my stat model partners, Eric. It's gone 9-1 in the last 10 free plays. So ton of value. Follow me on Instagram. There's a link to do that in the description. Let's dive into this video. Super excited about this. And what I mean by a situational angle, there's two parts to handicapping. You have what I call the objective side, which is stat or the stat model. And then we have the subjective side. Subjective side might be home, away advantage, might be a coaching advantage, might be a player injury that favors one side, etc. So this particular situational angle is related to fatigue. Now, what's interesting about NBA and how it's different than your other major sports like baseball and football, fatigue is an issue. So the game we're going to look at, and I'll explain it in great detail, is Sacramento and San Antonio. So let's look at this box score. Whoops, before we do that, I want to show you Sacramento's schedule going into this. So this is sort of a concept I call 3 games in 4 days. So if you look at, let's pull up Sacramento's. So going into this game, so this game was played on November the 11th. And what I want you to look at November the 8th. They played at home against the Clippers. They lost that game. They were off on the 9th. Then they turn around. They went on the road to play Phoenix on the 10th. And also just to note, that game went to overtime. So they basically played 5 quarters. Then the very next night, they had to travel from Phoenix and then travel to San Antonio. Granted, via plane, it's not that far, but the concept is very true and how it relates to winning and losing. So in essence, they were playing their 3rd game in 4 days. They were on a back-to-back and they were on the road. Not all the time, but this gives you a slight edge when fading these type teams. And when we talk about edge in sports betting, we do not mean that this is going to win 80% of the time, 90% of the time. When we talk about edge, we're simply talking about maybe like a 5% edge. What that means is if you have 2 teams playing each other, each team has a quote 50% chance of winning. So when I say a 5% chance, that might mean 55% chance as opposed to the normal 50%. That's what having a slight edge in sports handicapping means. So this particular situational angle will come up a lot. Again, what you'll see is a lot of times a team will play all 3 of these games on the road. And the one that I really like is this particular one where they're playing that 3rd game on a back-to-back and on the road. Sometimes you'll see teams doing it where they're at home. And the reason that's not as strong as this particular situational angle is simply because being on the road. So if they're at home, they're staying in their same sleeping in their own bed, staying at their house. They follow a normal routine, whereas this situational angle works best when that team is on the road. So when you're handicapping NBA this year, look for a team playing their 3rd game in 4 days on a back-to-back, and usually those last 2 will be on the road. So that's a very strong situational angle that you can play for. And also too, for the way that I handicap it, sometimes my model might indicate Sacramento as the play via the model, but I'll simply pass on it because they're playing that 3rd game in 4 days on the road and back-to-back. So hope that video helps. If you want access to all my lines for all sports, $50 a month, very inexpensive. With that, you also get access to all my coaching videos on my website. If you want to get better and improve your sports handicapping, I have over 100 coaching videos on the site. And also, if you want to get access to all my plays, $100 a month. I'm coming off a really strong night in NBA. I'm also positive for NFL this year as well as NBA. So really focusing on NBA here lately. access. There's a link to join in the description box. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciate you taking time to watch this video, and good luck with your NBA handicapping. Peace.